Okay, I'm going to do this video about the Chad Dawson versus Andre Ward super fight that's coming up. Now, I've had to think about this fight for a while, simply because at first I thought the fight was at light heavyweight, but then I realised in a recent article that Chad Dawson is actually having the fight at super middleweight. So it's Chad Dawson, the light heavyweight champion of the world. I would say the undisputed light heavyweight champion in the world, because I don't think there's anybody else as good as Chad Dawson in the light heavyweight division, and he's beaten all the guys that really matter in the division, versus Andre Ward, who's beaten the best guys in the super middleweight division. Lucien Bute was the one guy that everyone thought may have given Ward a tough fight, but I guess Carl Froch exposed that. So you think about this fight, and I listened to the interview the other day that Dawson was losing weight and he felt he was going to be effective at super middleweight. Dawson has not fought at super middleweight for over 7 years, and I think this is it's going to be a key factor in the fight when it comes to Ward and him fighting. Dawson has been very good at the light heavyweight division, and he's been at that weight and he's been very successful at a weight division. His big wins have come at light heavyweight, and he's a light heavyweight king. Andre Ward, on the other hand, has had his big wins at super middleweight. That's where he's made his name, not at light heavyweight. So to say that Dawson's coming down to fight at super middleweight, I have a problem with that. For Ward, it suits Ward fine. What we need to understand is Dawson says he can still have the same skill set and fight healthily at the super middleweight division. Now, he may be able to fight healthy in the super middleweight division, and he may be able to fight decent in the super middleweight division, but he won't fight the same. I don't believe he'll fight the same way in the later rounds, which is where I think that Andre Ward is going to come in. Andre Ward is a light heavyweight. Okay, he fought at light heavyweight, but he's campaigned at a super middleweight, and he's campaigned for a while at super middleweight. I'd like to see Dawson have a few warm-up fights at super middleweight before he took on this fight, and it sort of reminds me in a way of how De La Hoya, who hadn't fought for so many years as a light welterweight, decided to battle Pacquiao and bring himself down to a ridiculous weight and find out that he's not strong enough at the weight. There's one thing being competitive against your sparring partners, you know, and saying, well, I'm ready at the super middleweight division, but it's another thing going to fight the best fighter in the super middleweight division. And I think Andre Ward is banking on this fight going into the later rounds and his strength becoming a factor in the super middleweight division, and in the later rounds pushing Dawson back, and Dawson's legs going on him, and it being a complete slugfest where Ward can get on the inside and fight. Now, Dawson can fight on the inside, but I think the fight will suit Ward on the inside in the later round. So I'd be thinking, it's in Ward's thinking, in the second half of the fight is where he'll come on strong, and then try and fight him rather like the way he fought Green. The way he fought Green, he put Green on the back foot and bustled him about against a taller fighter, and I think that's what he's going to try and do against Dawson. Take the fight late, and I think this will be a late stoppage possibly for Ward. Dawson finding out that super middleweight isn't his weight division, and either that or Ward being more difficult than he anticipated, and unable to use the skills set that he has because of the weight and the weight training, catching up with him later round and it going on to be a points decision. I see Andre Ward winning this fight, and quite comfortably, to be honest. Had the fight been at light heavyweight, I would have gone with Dawson, but the fight's at super middleweight. You haven't fought a super middleweight for 7 years? Sorry, I'm going to go with the guy that's the proven super middleweight, and the proven super middleweight for me is Andre Ward. So I'm going by Andre Ward by decision, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Ward stopping Dawson late. So there it is, Andre Ward late stoppage or unanimous point decision. Let me know what you guys think, your comments and your feedback. Keep punching. Bye bye.